It's been a long time since I've been here on camera talking to you all, but guess what? I'm back.
Did you miss me?
So hit the like and subscribe button as the intro plays. Alright, so a few things. I haven't really been talking because I've been busy on projects, and thank God I've been busy. And the projects have ended, so I can chat and shoot the shit with myself for a change. I have time to shoot the shit. Alright, we're about to do that. Can you say that on YouTube? Let's just talk about what people were talking about this past week or past 2 weeks. The Met Gala. I'm so sick of it, though. I'm so sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of it flooding my feeds. Black dandyism. We did that. We did that. What did we do? I mean, nobody really said we did that. I'm just saying that. But that was the sentiment. Everybody was so proud of the black people showing out. Black dandyism. Finally. Finally. But half the people weren't even dressed as dandies. What? Now, I know I have on a t-shirt, a v-neck t-shirt, and I may not, and people who see me in person, like, you don't seem like you know anything about fashion, but I know a lot about fashion, okay? I used to sit up and watch fashion shows as a 10-year-old child. Elsa Clinch on CNN, Style by Elsa Clinch.
This is Style, and I'm Elsa Clinch, reporting on the design worlds of fashion, beauty, and decorating.
That was where all the runway shows, they showed all the runway shows on Elsa Clinch. She used to come on, I think, at like 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern, or something like that. It would go off at a weird time, but I would watch it. And having a sister who went to fashion school and has a degree in fashion, we sit up and talk about fashion. And that was not dandyism. For the most part. People came in zoot suits. People came like Dick Tracy. People came like Western Victorian. And some people came in dandyism, took it to the purest sense of it. But for the most part, that was not dandyism. That was whatever the hell you want ism. But the real thing is, what bothers me the most about it is that black people, you know, we love to say, they love our culture, but they don't love us. But yet still take the culture to them. So they can rob and steal and monetize off of it. It's been done all the time. And the funny thing is, this is coming off of everybody loving the movie Sinners. Everybody talking about Sinners, but the overarching message is don't let them in. To me, at least, that's what I got from it. Stop letting them in.
Don't let a bitch in your house.
Stop giving them your energy, your juice, your creativity, everything that is good. Stop giving it away. Stop welcoming. Stop inviting people to the cookout. Like that's another one of my pet peeves. You invited to the cookout just because you get twerk. Just because the person can twerk, they invited to the cookout, or just because they came off once like an ally. Why do you need an ally? I mean, I know we need allies because we need some support so we can get a seat at the table. Well, build your own table. Because guess what? Here's a hard truth. There's nothing wrong with the system. The system is doing exactly what it was designed to do.
That's what we have to appreciate. These systems, if people say, well, how do we fix them? They're not broken. They're designed to produce exactly what you see.
So unless you create a new system that could tear down the old system.
I said, you can't fix it. You know that policing, for example, in America, it came from slave patrols. What makes you think it's there to protect you?
But that's a hard pill to digest for a lot of people, and I don't want to get too deep. So speaking of not getting too deep, let's go on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, everybody's been talking about that. Everybody is, you know, mad at Portia. Mad at Portia. Like, did y'all not watch Portia's Family Matters or whatever? And the way her, you know, people talk about Portia fighting Dennis's mother. But the real takeaway for me from Portia's Family Matters, my eye keeps switching because I don't get enough sleep, is Portia's family sitting around that little healing circle and production asking them questions, and they were like, mum's the word, they were mute. They were all on mute because Portia had given them instructions to not talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, they can't air it. That's key. Portia knows how to manipulate these cameras and manipulate the public into thinking that she's that girl. Like, she plays the damsel in distress, the dumb girl when it's convenient. She plays the victim when it's convenient. But Portia has always been Portia. Even when she was Cordell's wife, she was clearly there for a check and comfort.
When you're a wife, you tend to mimic whatever you believe will please your husband. And at the time, I was very submissive. I wanted to be in a good way.
So here she is now in the middle of a divorce again because she was there for a check and comfort. She retired. She gave up all her jobs for this man because she thought he was going to protect and give her that comfortable life. She saw Fallon flying to South Carolina on a PJ, and she said, I want that. She went to that house. She said, I want that. And she got that. And guess what? She got.
Well, I do feel you're opportunist.
She got to the point where she's now on YouTube like the rest of us trying to make some money. And she's probably going to make more money than most of us. I mean, she's mildly entertaining. She's kind of gross to me. Like, I just hate that women lead with, let me shake my ass. And then, speaking of that, it's like she thinks she could take Angela Oakley's husband because she thinks she looks better than Angela. You know, they've been making fun of Angela's nose since episode 1 on this show. They've been making fun of her, but they think all you need to do is have a big butt and a smile.
But there's so many beautiful, you know what I'm saying, black queens, white queens, Hispanic queens here in the city of Atlanta. And I just feel like it shouldn't be hard to find somebody that's, because I'm not that picky.
And then you can take any man. But if a man can be taken, that wasn't Angela's man to begin with. But I have a whole nother opinion on this whole taking and keeping men. Because people are like, well, Portia can't keep a man. She can't keep a man. That whole notion of keeping a man is really kind of devaluing you as a woman, because it's basically devaluing both people, saying each person is property. And why would you want to be property? But that's a whole, especially black people. Why would you want to be property again? But Portia is who she said she was. The Princess of Thoughtlandia. Who would say I'm a thought, that hoe over there? Portia did.
I just can't stop twerking now. I done twerked my way into happiness.
These girls, and Cynthia said this in an interview with Nene. These women, when Nene asked her about the new cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta, these women, they come ready. They come with, makeup, hair done. They come with stylists. Like this Kelly girl, who I was starting to like, but I really don't like. She came with a stylist. But her stylist is horrible. Like, look at that curly cue that she has. It's so ridiculous. Everything that Kelly has worn from this stylist looks a hot-ass mess. But maybe I'm just not the target anymore. I'm an older woman. And no. I know style, and Kelly don't have it, and Kelly's stylist don't have it. Now, these women look cheap and trashy, in my opinion. And speaking of that, everybody's like, what was going up for Shamia? Shamia, she's wealthy. She should have been a housewife. Portia's jealous of Shamia. Portia wants what Shamia has. Portia is going to try to break up Shamia's marriage. Don't let Portia near Gerald, Shamia. Portia and Shamia are the same person. They've been friends since middle school. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay, so to say that Shamia hadn't been playing those games, it's like people assume because Shamia has a family that Shamia is on the up and up. I don't know anything about Shamia. I just know she's corny. She's corny and whack. And she's doing everything that's the wrong thing to be the breakout star on the show, but she's not doing it because she doesn't have main character energy. You know that y'all like to say that now, main character energy. She doesn't have it, but she's trying to force it on us, and I don't believe you. You need more people. First of all, her timing is off when telling jokes, and she does these goofball antics like doo 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 doo.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro.
Like, she's just goofy, and she's doing stuff to, I think Bravo mandates these people to be overly sexual on these shows. So like, she's always doing stuff to prove I'm so sexual, I can twerk, I can, it's like, come on now, Shamina or Shamina. And then making fun of Angela Oakley's looks. Originally, and I need to apologize because I did a video back when they first did, premiered the season promo, and it appeared like, Angela calling Shamia, I keep saying Shamina, Flavor Flav, that it seemed like it was colorist. And I kind of did that for clickbait because I knew it wasn't going to be what we thought it was. But she was calling her Flavor Flav because she dressed up as Flavor Flav for Halloween. So, hey, there's that. But Shamia constantly talking about Angela's nose. It's like they keep talking about Angela's nose and talking about the way Angela dresses. It's not like y'all have style. None of y'all have style. Y'all all look very tacky to me, and from my gaze, from my lens, y'all all very tacky. Especially the rich, wealthy Shamia. Like, she's so tacky. And it's like whoever's styling her is trying to style her like Dynasty, some 80s opulence. Like,
you own everything, opulence.
Wearing that dumb hair, that hairstyle, that haircut is not working. It's so dated. It's very dated. Everything about Shamia to me is dated.
I just didn't understand. You still mad at me?
And I'm just over her. Like, I don't think she should be back as a main character. I honestly think the show needs to end because it's lost its way. And let's go back to Nene and Cynthia's interview. Speaking of lost his way, I feel like this was a great interview for Nene. This is one of her better interviews, but I felt it was great because she was comfortable with her guest, who was Cynthia, who was once one of her close friends. So she could easily just have, a conversation with Cynthia without using her cue cards. Now, if Nene can find a way to be comfortable with guests that she doesn't know per se, she can have TV gold. And if she can find a way to get that sound quality better, she could also have TV gold. And I know my sound quality isn't the best, but guess what? I don't have a production crew behind me. I'm just here talking on my laptop, talking trash to you. I'm just talking, but I'm just giving my production experience, knowledge, and commentary for Nene.
The thirst is real.
I would say to Nene, be the old Nene. Stop trying to be this new Nene.
Don't tell me what has been. Tell me what's now, okay?
And I know Nene has changed, and she says, we have changed. Yes, you are entitled to change. But it's like Nene has turned into this little Barbie doll that's at 57, 58 years old.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for coming back over to my channel.
She has reverted. But it kind of makes sense because, when Nene said that Greg did everything. Greg paid the bills, and once Greg passed, she didn't know how to pay a bill. She was like, oh my God, I got to call AT&T. She didn't know how to do it. And then her distraction boyfriend, as she called him a distraction, actually started helping her out. So Nene has been kept. She's been kept like a lot of you women want. Y'all want providers. That's what providers do. Mind you, she was a breadwinner for a portion of her marriage. But y'all want this provider, but what if something happens to that provider? What you gonna do?
How you like that? What you gonna do, Claude? What you gonna do, huh?
So you need to really listen and be clear on what you want out of a mate. And then you should also be independent. Keep your independence, because what if something happens? Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I pay my own bills. I don't have to get on the pole.
You're not gonna have some fun because you need to know how to do these things. Like it's I can't even imagine not knowing how to do certain things. Like certain things I haven't quite grasped in my mind. Like a lot of insurance plans I don't get. But like paying a bill online, a lot of people are still intimidated by paying bills online, which is so crazy to me at least. But you need to know how to take care of yourself when someone's not around. Because it may just be you. You came into this world alone, you're going to leave this world alone. So you need to know how to navigate the world alone. I mean, having a partner is great. I love a partner to, be a soft place to fall. But knowing how to do things is liberating. It really is. Knowing how to take care of yourself is liberating. Take care of yourself, people. All right, so drop into the comments and like and subscribe.
I work.